everyone, welcome back to our weekly market discussion and Miss Dinushi here with us. Let's quickly look at how equity market performed this week along with the latest T-bill auction. Starting with the stock market, the SPI closed at 21,397 points today compared with the last week. So the SPI gained 1.27% during the week. The S&P SL also increased by 0.9% to close at 5,998.51. What do you think drove this positive momentum in the market?
Yes, Himaya. It was fairly positive week for the equity market. We saw some weaknesses at the beginning of the week with the SPI declining on Monday and Tuesday, but the market recovered strongly from Wednesday onwards. In fact, the SPI gained more than 100 points on both Thursday and Friday, which helped the index finish the week at its highest level of the week. So overall, the market sentiment improved towards the end of the week with stronger buying interest supporting for indices.
Yeah, interesting. And when we look at market activity, the total turnover for the week was around 26.97 billion rupees, while Crossing accounted for 18.6 billion rupees. That's about 69% of the total market turnover. What do you say these indices strong market participations?
Yes, but there is an important point here. The overall turnover looks strongly, but a significant portion came through crossings. Thursday recorded the highest turnover at around rupees 12.24 billion, with crossing more than 10.15 billion. So while the market was active, a large part of the activity was driven by negotiated transactions rather than normal market trading. Still, the positive index movements toward the end of the week is good sign for overall market sentiment.
Great. Now let's move to the T-bill market. At the August 5th auction, government offered total 140 billion rupees across the three maturities. The 3-month bill had yield 9.77%, the 6-month bill 9.99% and the 12-month bill 10.19%. Yields declined across all three maturities.
Yes, the main story is strong demand for the treasury bill. The auction received total bids around rupees 337 billion against the rupees 140 billion offered. So the bid was more than 2.4 times the amount offered. So this strong demand put downward pressure on yield. The biggest decline both see in the 6-month treasury bill was fell by 0.22% points to 9.99%. So investors were showing strong interest in government securities even as yield moved significantly lower.
So putting both markets together, would you say the week is generally positive?
Yes, the overall it was a positive week for the both equities and government securities. The equity market ended the week strongly with the SPI gained 1.27%, while the treasury bill auction showed healthy investor demand and slightly slower yield. The key things to watch the next week will be whether this positive momentum in the equity market continues and whether the strong demand for treasury bill keeps yield under pressure.
Great. So that's the end of our weekly market discussion. And thank you for Ms. Dinushi for your valuable insights. And thank you for all joining with us. See you on next week and stay tuned with Sanfin Research.